Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. We are halfway through the week. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your evening. But before we get started, make sure that you go on and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button, as it is still only 8:59. So you still have the time. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button, so that you can share it to them, and they will be here tonight. So let's go on and get started. Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic Wednesday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina. But if we go to the MRMS, if we scroll our way out, first thing that comes to your mind is probably this entire severe weather threat that's going on. We have pretty much tornado warnings going all the way from just to the south and east of Des Moines, going all the way down Kansas City, receiving some 60 to 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts right now. Going down into Oklahoma City also about to receive some 60 mile per hour wind gusts soon. So these main areas, even Topeka, Kansas, got some good 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. St. Joseph, Missouri, Des Moines got some gusty winds and still getting rain as we speak. And even up there all the way into Madison, Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin, getting some rain, gusty winds as well. Probably not as strong, but I would not be surprised if gusty winds and some heavy rain was going through. Here is also just to the west of it, we do have some rain going on the backside of it, or yes, some rain going on the backside of it, and even some snow that might be trying to go on inside of Colorado. Also do have some rain going on inside of California and inside of Oregon, maybe even some snow going on inside of Washington as well. Also do have some rain going on inside of Arkansas, Texas as well. And that's pretty much it for the entire U.S. Here is our current cloud cover. Current cloud cover right now, just showing some low clouds going on throughout the upstate of South Carolina. Maybe even an isolated cloud or two inside of the Low Country and maybe even the Midlands of South Carolina. As we go into our cloud cover, I'm going through the future. You can see that cloud cover as we move through tonight. We'll continue to try and bring scattered cloud conditions, but as you go into tomorrow morning, into tomorrow afternoon or early afternoon, late morning, cloud cover will be mainly up towards the upstate and the PD region. Low Country won't be receiving much. I mean, some scattered cloud cover is possible, but not as heavy as like the upstate or the PD. Current temperatures right now, 66 inside of Columbia, 71 in Charleston, as well as 70 in Georgetown, 71 at Myrtle Beach, and maybe even 62 at Rock Hill, 64 at Union, 66 inside of Anderson and Edgefield, as well as Augusta, Fairfax, Barnwell, Walterboro, 70 inside of Beaufort, and 71 in Savannah. Here's our low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures for tonight seems to be around 60 at Columbia, maybe even 61 at Orangeburg, maybe even 65 at Charleston, 60 in Walterboro, 67 at Hilton Head Island, 59 at Aiken, 60 in Greenwood, 59 in Greenville, as well as 59 in Spartanburg, 59 inside of Rock Hill, and 58 in Cheraw, as well as 57 in Dillon, 64 in Myrtle Beach as well. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. No precipitation expected over the next 24 or so hours. Also, same thing. No severe weather, no thunderstorms, no anything like that. All pretty much gone. Nothing really to worry about there. Check out the HRRR. Let's see just if there's a miracle, maybe for a couple of raindrops to fall on anybody's backyard. You can see as we move into around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, showers may try to get going in the PD region of South Carolina. We'll see what continues through there, through the Georgetown region, going up into Dillon as well. We'll see what happens there. And then maybe even an isolated shower or two going inside of the upstate and the Midlands as well, going into tomorrow evening. And as you go into like late tomorrow night, going into your Friday, yes, your Friday morning, showers and our may try to go on for our Friday afternoon. And I completely forgot that Halloween was tomorrow, right? Was tomorrow too. And I mean, from 7 o'clock going all the way through to 11 o'clock, I don't really see a chance for any sort of rain going on from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock tomorrow. So everyone should be fine if you're going out or anything like that. But Friday could be a bit different in the upstate. But in terms of tomorrow night, I don't really see anything going on. No tropical cyclone activity is expected during the next 48 or so hours. But as you go into the next 7 days, disturbance 1 is still here. Been with us for almost a week now. When is it going to go away? I have no idea. But it is here. And we are still watching it because some models have it going in the Gulf of Mexico. So honestly, I don't know. We don't know what's going on, but it is shifting a bit more west. So like I said, the video that I talked about, or the video forecast that I uploaded last night, it was titled, "Will the tropics give one final blow before hurricane season ends?" And it is indeed possible. Everything's still on the table. This thing could die. This thing could go up towards the States. This thing could just go out somewhere towards Mexico, Cuba, the Bahamas, wherever. It has the possibility to do all that, or it can go out to the Atlantic. So we just don't know just yet, and we're going to have to wait. But tropical depression could form over the weekend or early next week, while it drifts generally north or northwestward over the central and western Caribbean Sea. Right now, only a 40% chance over the next 7 days. Nothing really too bad going in the eastern Pacific, but the central Pacific, they have a lot. They got 3 areas that they're watching over here in the central Pacific. Actually, I think 2 of them are also shown in the eastern Pacific, but so 2 for the Central Pacific, and 1 for the Eastern Pacific, and all of them right now has like a 20% chance. One of them has less than a 20% chance, so it's not really much that we're watching for. And there was also one question. This was supposed to be a South Carolina weather special thing tonight with the screen at the beginning. But we can just do it without, because I do want to talk about when will the next time, or what's the pattern looking like as we go into the future. And as you go into, let's just go, for example, to the 850 millibar height, or actually that's the wrong thing. We need to go to, I believe it's that. I mean, temperature anomalies could work. But you can see as you go through the entire continental United States, you can see it's definitely cool and unsettled inside the west. See that severe weather going on inside the central U.S. We have the cold air and the warm air meeting together, making that risk for severe weather. And we have nice weather over here in the east with this nice ridge over here. And if you continue to push this forward, you can see that the heat takes over South Carolina. Now, this heat does technically mean that we will have some some more quiet conditions, and you can see the heat goes on for a long time, going all the way to November the 15th. So I'm not saying that it is impossible, but I'm not saying that it's either. But there is a good chance that some people still might not see rain until November the 15th. It is possible. As we go through the end of October into November as well, we could go some places, honestly, if I was to guess, because there most likely will be somebody inside the state of South Carolina, unless some tropical system comes out from the Atlantic and drops some rain on us. There's a good chance that some places might not see rain for the entire month of November. So for the entire month of November and October as well. So this pattern will be on us for a while, and it's not going to change really anytime soon, as the model showed just now. So we have like another 15 to 16, maybe even 17 days that some people might not see a drop might not see a drop of rain, and that's not going to be well for our drought conditions either, which does indeed update tomorrow. So tomorrow evening, or actually probably tomorrow morning, we'll talk about that. So watch the morning video if you want to know what's going on with the drought, because I'm not quite sure if I will be here tomorrow evening or not. Kind of up in the air. I'm going to have to figure that out as we go along. But right now, plan for tomorrow morning. But now let's go on and talk about just the regular precipitation. Talk about the future for the next 300 or so hours. As you push this forward, again, rain, maybe an isolated shower or two going through the low country of South Carolina. But again, this is not really the rain that we need to see. We need to see more rain than this right now. And you can see it's barely doing anything. But there's the potential for a little tropical system to maybe bring us some rain. But then look, you can start to see it even more, that some regions, again, just not really seeing a bunch of rain. And, I mean, just continuing through, look, this little cold front right here that almost reaches us with rain, but as soon as it gets over the mountains, it just dissipates, and everything else is a bit too far out to talk about. But in terms of rain totals only accumulate from 1/100 of an inch all the way up to maybe 1/2 an inch. So we might not see more, the entire state of South Carolina might not see more than 1/2 an inch of rain over the next 400 hours or so, which again is not something that you want to see. You definitely want to see some more rain than that. And again, this could be wrong. Again, this is very low resolution, and 400 hours is very far out, so it could be overestimating some areas getting some rain that might not get any instead. But again, that's for the future to hold. We're going to wait, and we're going to see what happens with that. But let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's go on and talk with the audience. Miss Harper says, good evening, mild day at my house. My pond is still evaporating, and my waiting birds would love to have a refill. Even so, my light bill is thankful for the slightly milder temperatures. I know high today was around 86, low temperatures. Well, we're not there yet, but we talked about that earlier. But high temperatures at my house got to around 85-ish degrees. And I believe we do have our AC on, so hasn't been running as much as it has been during, especially in the summertime. But still does run. And yes, we definitely do need the rain, as definitely I think that drought will expand. That drought will 100% expand. That says, good evening, Cousin. I hope your day went well. It actually did rain today, and we are going to have some intermittent rain all day tomorrow. I feel like I said that yesterday. I'm not quite sure. If I don't remember exactly, but I believe I did say that it was going to be kind of off and on. I'm not quite sure, but glad you are doing better than we are over here in terms of rain. I'm sure I said greeting everyone. I'm late. That is fine. And then Mr. Anthony does say good evening. Good evening to you as well. Again, anyone can leave a comment. All you have to do is have an account. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, you can leave that inside of the chat, as you just need to have an account, and that's all you need. So moving over to San Antonio and Raleigh instead, as we go through tonight, not really seeing much for tonight, but as we go into tomorrow, maybe, like you said, some isolated shower activity is possible. Not really too high of a chance, but don't be surprised if you end up seeing one tomorrow, and maybe you do see a shower just to your west, as well, as you continue going through tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. And then as you get into around Friday at around 3 o'clock in the morning, now I do think that you will have a more intermittent chance of rain, especially going into Friday morning as well. Friday afternoon, not as much. I think Friday morning you probably will have your more intermittent conditions there. As you go into temperature, let's talk about both of them now. Let's go on and check out the light goal. See where we're at. We had 9 people watching and only 7 likes. Let's go on and get that like button up. Hit that like button if you have not already. Go into low temperatures tonight. At around 72 high temperatures tomorrow, around 87 low temperatures tomorrow night, around 65 high temperatures going to around 80-ish going into your Friday. And if you move up here to Raleigh, North Carolina, low temperatures tonight at around 55 high temperatures tomorrow, around 78 low temperatures tomorrow night, at around 62 high temperatures at around 76, 77, 78-ish. If you go into composite reflectivity as well, let's go on and talk about that. Composite reflectivity right now does not really show much in terms of rain. And North Carolina probably does need some rain as well, just as much as South Carolina needs rain. But again, like I just said, these isolated showers are not really going to do much in terms of the amount of rain that we usually do need. So we definitely need more than that. But that's pretty much going to wrap this up, as I don't believe that there's any threat for any sort of severe weather. But if you did enjoy the forecast tonight, please make sure that you hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button as well, and also hit the share button as well. We're at 284, I believe, 284 subscribers. So if you can, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as we're trying to get the 300 subscribers by Election Day, November the 5th, which is in 6 days. So make sure that you do that. And I don't see any sort of other chats or anything like that. I don't see anything else. If I do, if somebody else does leave a chat, I'll respond to it tomorrow evening, if I'm back tomorrow evening or the next time that I'm on. And that's pretty much going to wrap this up. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. And I will be back tomorrow morning with your Thursday forecast update. And we're going to be talking about the drought monitor.